Alright, hello boys, we're back for some more Vinland Saga, episode 20. Aptly titled Pain. So much pain in this episode. Okay, we are dangerously close to the end of this season. Maybe we got like 4 more episodes left, I believe. Alright, we're almost done. This is pretty much also the end of the war in this episode. Listen, 18 episodes of setup for 2 episodes of war. Hell yeah, that's what everyone wanted. I hope you were all prepared for it. Okay, but we'll just jump in. So in the last episode, we know the war started and it was getting pretty hairy. Here we're starting off pretty much to the tail end of it. It's gonna go up until like the half of this episode, where it's not technically done. The war isn't technically over after this episode. We'll get into that though. Anyway, we get a nice characterization, sort of, from Fox, where he's just talking about how he loves killing, and he thinks he's really good at it. Like, all right, he imagines himself as better than the average person, as you can see here. He thinks he can beat any random idiot on the street. He enjoys killing snake. Fox is a bit of a psychopath too, just like everybody else. All these Vikings, they all love killing. They all love murder. But he's shitting his fucking pants right now in this war. He is deathly scared of the Jones Vikings. He understands that, and because of his expertise, his battle expertise, these people are just like way above him in strength, and all of them, all of his allies here. There's like there's no way he can win. But he's gonna try his best. Unfortunately for him, he finds his friend. You remember Badger? He gets his arm chopped off in this really cool fucking fight scene right here, where with one arm, Badger's just dueling this one Jones Viking. It's pretty fucking rad. I'm not gonna lie. The way they're moving in the scene, at first glance, it looked like kind of weird, but a second time around, I actually kind of like the dynamic movement they put into their weird fighting animation here, just for this like one scene of this background character. Anyway, Fox is like, "Oh, we gotta try and help him," but he can't move. His legs are shaking. Luckily for him, Snake pops out and just fucking one shots this motherfucker out of nowhere off with his head. Look at this awesome fucking scene with Snake. Bam! Fuck! Clean! A clean slash. Immediately dead. Snake is like, all right, Fox, get Badger out of here. Return the fort. Just get the fuck out. But Badger's like, what do you mean? I can still fight. No, you can't. You lost your arm. It's like that one scene from Monty Python, right? You lost your arm then? Oh, I could still fight. Oh, come on, pansy. Whatever. Really funny. Anyway, Fox is just like, no, let's get the fuck out of here. Snake is covering for them, while Fox here just yells at the top of his lungs, retreat. Everyone on the battlefield hears it. All of Keitel's forces here. They're like, "Fuck it, run away." And this is where everything goes to hell for Keitel, and just everything about this war. Everybody's running away now. Keitel's like, "This is unacceptable. What are you all doing?" He specifically pulls this man together. Like, "You're running away right now. I will not forgive your debt. If you start running away." This guy's like, "My debt? Who can? You're done, Keitel. My debt doesn't matter. The king is going to kill you. The battle is lost." Just something that like Keitel can like not accept. He's we're gonna get more from him after this, because he is alive after this episode. He does take a big hit, but just like right now, like what's going on in his head, right? His delusions of grandeur for fighting, Canute have backfired horribly, and everyone around him, can realize this. Snake is still fighting, but we haven't even seen Patar. Like, what's he doing? Is he dead? We'll find out eventually. I actually don't remember if, again, I don't remember if he survives this, but just lots of bad things happening around with him. So yeah, all of his men are just basically abandoning him. It's he's reaping the consequences of fighting someone like, just vastly more powerful than him in every way. When just out of nowhere, this guy comes and just swipes at him. We get a scene here of like, ooh, did he die? Did he not die? Again, he is alive. Wolf here with his magical third eye, with like Brock from Pokemon with his eyes closed. Oh, is that Keetle who just died? Let me go over there and make sure. Like, I don't know. I don't know how he saw it with his eyes closed like that. So he thinks one of the subordinates killed him. He's gonna go over there and check. Canute's like, oh shit, that's not good. Canute, even though like he basically started this war, he didn't want to kill Keetle. Obviously, killing this man would breed later conflict with other men like Keetle who hold land that are like producing resources. We know this. And Canute's like, that's not good. We need to capture him alive. We can't keep killing these people either. Like if we can be we can only be so merciless, right? We have to, hold ourselves back. All the Jones Vikings are like going crazy too, just like murdering everybody in like this hellscape of this like battlefield that it is now, without mercy, right? So he tells Wolf to like, all right, go tell Floki to pull the men back. We're going to stop for now. We don't need to keep slaughtering these people. It's not really a battle anymore. It wasn't even a battle in the first place. Luckily, Thorgal here, finally coming up to Canute, sees that Wolf, his head, a guard, is leaving. He's like, fuck, this is my fucking chance. I'm going in, boys. And he just runs with the speed of God. All right, ready for a downward slash, ready to absolutely murk Canute. I believe in the last episode I already revealed that. Like, yeah, Thorgal is not killing Canute here. That's all right. We're gonna skip the intro, the awesome fucking intro, everybody. Go watch the intros, okay? The OP's amazing. So Thorgal, just at like the last second, Canute like sees it, and he has just like this split second to react to Thorgal's sword here. And Thorgal just slashed this motherfucker so hard. He actually just breaks Canute's sword with the strength of Ares, alright? The strength of Kratos, okay? Thor's sword or something like, I don't know, whatever Norse god you can think of. Just absolutely like land blast Canute here. Canute is off guard. Not that Canute would like fare well with Thorgal anyway. Canute has been training, but he's not like at that level. He'll never be at that level. He's just not, good enough for that. But anyway, he just blows back Canute, and then Thorgal just absolutely massacres these guys in one swing, off with their fucking heads. He does not. He is ready to just, he's up there, right? This was his plan all along. He's so like crazy and maniacal. He doesn't care. He wants blood. He's gonna get it. Just kidding. Canute is just gonna be, stall long enough, for Wolf to come back, and he also like sprained his wrist here while he was holding his blade. Like, holy shit, Thorgal is like literally that strong. Lucky for Canute, he escapes Thorgal's ploy to kill him. Wolf here actually just stabs right through Thorgal's wrist here. Goodbye hand. That is a hand that will not survive that. That's a hand that should like, I don't know how you could not have that like be severed, because he pulls it out later. It's just like, whoa, how is that hand gonna heal? It'll never be as strong as before, but it's kind of crazy. So Wolf just fucking absolutely like tackles Thorgal here, and he's like, get away from the king. How fucking dare you? And Thorgal's like, he's strangling him. And Thorgal, the only way he could like get out of this is just fucking pierce his fingers right through Wolf's eye. And Wolf does a great job of bearing through this pain. I don't know how he could, but even with his fingers, dirty fucking filthy fingers, poo fingers, right up his eyeball. Wolf does not relent until finally Thorgal has to literally pull him away with his fingers from his eyeball. It's like, holy shit. God, everything's kind of crazy. Canute comes back. He tries to attack him. He misses. Canute is like, all right, go away, Wolf. You're severely injured. And this is when all the other men, they converge on this point. They see their king being hurt, and they're like, "Oh shit, go to our king." Thorgal gets like super fucking angry. He lost his chance to kill the king. It was his one chance, his one opportunity, one shot, one opportunity. All right, he missed. And that's it. Now he's just gonna run away. There's nothing he can do after that. Tells Wolf to like, all right, don't do anything, don't go after him. Even after like what Thorgal just did, Canute's just like, oh my god, what a badass, how bold he is. I would like him as my subordinate again. Like Canute, you should be like treat your allies. You gotta pick your allies more carefully. All right, maybe Thorgal isn't the right man to be in your army if he's just gonna attack you so like enthusiastically. Just calm down a little, Canute. Calm down. You can have different strong warriors that'll be loyal to you, no problem, right? You don't necessarily need Thorgal. Not that he can be, his hand is fucked up anyway. He won't be at his strongest. Anyway, all the soldiers convert on him. Snake was being surrounded at this point on the battlefield. Everybody leaves. Everyone's been ordered to just like take a stand, basically. Anyway, Snake's absolutely relieved. He's been doing fairly well here, but he's definitely like at his limit. The amount of stamina this man has is not infinite, obviously. So this is the best he could do. He's probably on the verge of dying at some point with like I don't know 20 some odd Jones Vikings aiming to spill his fucking guts. Anyway, Snake is like, oh shit, I'm tired. He finds Master Keatle, and Master Keatle is alive. He's injured though. Let's see if I can get a shot of his face, because in one of his eyes, he is. It's gonna be kind of hard to find it. I don't want to play the whole thing and get a strike. But you get my drift. Keto is alive. Snake's like, all right, I'm gonna pick him up. This is a bad scene. Master, he's just talking to him, like even though he's like basically knocked out. But I can't let you die. You have to pay for all the lives you basically sacrificed here, which makes sense because in Keto's like psychotic like rage of like following along in this battle, he didn't have to. He could have just become an outlaw for whatever 10 years or whatever, and no one would have to die. But now he's like sacrificed all these people, and so he's got to pay for these crimes, quote unquote. He has a responsibility for the deaths in this battlefield. All right. So we're gonna cut back after this. Snake and so Snake is just taking him off the battlefield. There's tons of people dead. The war is like basically over essentially. There's not much anyone else can do. This is when we cut back to Arnes and Thorfinn. Arnes is just like awake now, telling them like, I heard everything. I heard war. It sounded like that time back in my past when those villagers came, and they're just all trying to like reassure her that like everything's going to be okay. We're gonna leave the farm. We're gonna go away. She's like, where are we going? Where could we go? War is like always here. Leif is like, we can go back to my village. It's a bit cold, but we should be able to live happily there. And Archie's like, is there war in your village? Is there slaves? Then Leif tells her the truth. He's like, yes, there was war at one point in our village. I can't say for sure that there won't ever be. It's just like one of those things. The lay of the land back then was war was a constant. There was like constant fighting all the time. Slaves were bound everywhere. Pain and suffering for everybody. Right? And Arnes is like, I won't go to that village. What's the point of living essentially? And the music goes like dramatically hard in the scenes. This is the end of Arnes, everybody. Arnes is dead after this. This is, pain, right? The pain of losing loved ones, the irony and, the themes of, the whole show finally like converging, especially the apt titles of this episode, right? And she's not gonna go essentially, and she tells him like, what's there to do? She thanks Einar and Thorfinn for like being her friends. She liked their talks they had in the mornings, their morning chats. But she feels like this is the end. Her child inside her is dead. She just reveals it. Yeah, there's just no way she could survive. Her beatings are too severe. She doesn't want to live anymore anyway. She's giving up. Like Padme in Star Wars, right? She doesn't want to live anymore. Not that, even if, I don't think she could live, even if she didn't, like, give up. Like, her injuries are just, like, way too severe. There's I don't think it was like possible unless some weird like anime willpower bullshit, right? That would save her. But we don't get that, of course. So she, with the pain of not wanting to live, Einar's like, remember you said we were gonna go, to these new places. The child you had, you gotta protect them. And no, she passes right here. Uh, Einar is, obviously bawling his eyes out at this point. Thorfinn pushes him aside. He's like, wait, let me do this thing that is actually potentially more dangerous for you. My father taught me this trick. And he does the, what's it called? We did it in school, right? I forget, what's the actual name for it? Why am I thinking of acupuncture for some reason? Something like that. Whatever, when you push it down on the chest to make sure they're staying alive. Obviously, like, this is like something that he definitely shouldn't do. Like, her body is already severely injured. She was coughing up blood. Her ribs are probably broken. Her chest is probably injured. Like, pressing down on her like this to try and restart her heart and her lungs. This is not a good idea. This is definitely more harm than good. Obviously, Thorfinn would know that the technicalities of like this technique to try and revive a person like who can't breathe. But no, so again, also in this scene, the music goes way hard. All right, but this is the end. This is all that Einar Thorfinn can do, and that's the end of Arnheid. She's dead. Einar's extremely sad. Everyone's extremely sad, and very melancholic feeling throughout the air when Thorfinn out of nowhere, grabs Arnhiz's hand in her head and her dead body, and tells basically everyone that there is a place with no war, a place with no slaves. Everyone can be free. Everyone can live peacefully. The dream beyond the sea, the dream of Vinland, a place so warm and bountiful, right? It is a touching, heartwarming, touching scene. There is actually, I believe I already spoiled already. They are in Vinland right now. There's a heartwarming homage to Arnhez where they make like a little monument of her in the village of like Vinland where they settled. And they're a culmination of like their friends and families in this place have like led up to that moment. We're not there yet, obviously, but the scenes here connect later into the future, which is really good for storytelling. We don't forget Arnhez, right? We don't forget. Well, we kind of do forget about Keto. He doesn't really show up anytime soon. Well, our Arnhez was like more important though to that. They were obviously great friends. They were slaves together. They bled together, sort of. They worked hard together. And it's tragic, just a tragic scene. Absolutely beautiful though. So after this, after they take a minute to mourn, the Leaf is here, obviously. Snake only comes by carrying Master Keto, and he's like, "Oh shit, you guys aren't gone? What the fuck are you guys doing here? I thought you would have left." And Master Keto's just knocked out. This is where Einar goes on a little rampage, screams at Keto, even though he can't hear him. And Thorfinn's trying to hold him back. Einar just like fucking punches him, like, "Get out of my way! I'm going to kill him." He is. Obviously, Master Keto did do this. Yeah, Arnhez would have survived if he didn't just beat the living fuck out of her. But what's done is done. So Einar goes on his rampage. All Thorfinn can do is like try and help him back, and he just like gives a little smack to Einar. Not one of those like devastating, literally jaw-breaking punches that Thorfinn can do, but just to try and wake Einar up because he's in a blind rage right now. Thorfinn tells him like, "Listen, all this killing, it'll get you nowhere. Anger will just breed more anger. Violence will breed more violence. Please stop. You don't want to go down this path. I've been living in this path my whole life. It's hell, literally nightmarish. Please don't do that. I don't want that for you." And he successfully calms Einar down. Most of what Thorfinn is saying there is correct. The path he was led to was literally hell, just like endless killing, revenge essentially, and that obviously killing Keto would be a revenge for Einar. It's not prudent. Again, I still disagree with like Thorfinn's aspect on violence. Sometimes violence is needed for some circumstances. This is not one of them, but which is good because Thorfinn again successfully calms him down. Now they have we cut out of it now. They bury. We don't know how much time has passed. Maybe a few hours. It's still the daytime, and the storm is still like preventing the sunlight from coming with the clouds, preventing the sunlight from coming up. Maybe a few hours at the most. They bury Arn. He's here. They have a little morning session. Leaf is like, all right, you guys go back to the boat. I'm gonna go talk to Einar. This is where Einar. Sorry, go talk to Thorfinn. Everyone's gonna leave basically. Snake is here too, obviously, and he's just sad. I'm surprised we haven't seen the old master in a while. Really wondering like what happened to him. I don't remember like how he dies. Cause we literally haven't seen him since like episode 17, I believe, or 16, where he was just like crawling on the ground. But hopefully we'll see him next episode. I'm not too sure, cause yeah, I don't remember the resolution for him. We'll find out soon enough in the next episode. But anyway, Thorfinn thinking about what's happening. He's going to. Leaf is just like, okay, let's go home now. Let's go back to Iceland. I'm here to take you home. Thorfinn's like, no, I can't go back yet. There's still some things for me to do. They're still having their war down there. I have to go fix it. If I'm going to go meet Canute, finally, the thing we've all been waiting for. It's not as dramatic as you think it's going to be. Some parts of it are, but not like the conversation between Canute and Thorfinn. But it's kind of funny in that way too. But anyway, the things we wanted for so long, right? For these two to finally converge after so long, and what they've been through. They're going to be discussing a lot of things, actually. Maybe next episode or the episode after that, and that like the epilogue, or their conflicting ideas are finally like going to clash. But yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go see Canute. If I can even stop one person from dying, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what Leaf is like. Okay, Thorfinn, I'll wait for you right here with my sail up. Come back anytime. Thorfinn, he does like a huge flex right here. He's like, there's like 100. I heard he had around 100 soldiers. Even with that many, I'll still come back alive. Meaning, Thorfinn would just beat the shit out of all of that. But you're right, which doesn't happen. But something maybe equally cooler happens. That's pretty much this episode. Leaf is like, oh shit, Thorfinn, please come back. And Thorfinn's like, don't worry, I will. And that's it. That's the end. We're gonna find out what happens next episode. We're the final journey of our characters after this like huge ordeal. The season is almost ending. We still have a few more things to get through, but overall, this is a great episode. Incredibly sad, much like a lot of these episodes in the season, just of this show in general. Incredibly sad. Arnhys is dead. Canute has basically won the war. What's going to happen to everybody else now? Where are they going to go from here? It's all super exciting. I loved every minute of it. The fighting scenes in this episode were amazing. Thorgil's fighting scenes. The few other fighting scenes of just like the random fodder getting fucked. But you're right. The music production in this was amazing. The animation was pretty good. I loved every second of it. I love our characters and their development. Pretty good. All right. It's just absolutely amazing. I think I'm done now. This again, just a great episode. I look forward to the next. I hope you guys do too, and see you next time, guys.